Hi, this is Zach Mayer with the Bulletin Board Heroes on Wednesday, the 10th of July. Starting off with Gfinity and stock trying to break through the 200-day moving average as we speak, currently around 6.3 pence. Actually a gap so far today through that. Quite clean push through the 50-day line last month and didn't actually have to even test the line before heading higher. So it does suggest that a lasting turnaround is here for the shares. While we're above the floor of this rising April trend channel at 5.5 pence, the chances are of a move towards 9 pence. Obviously, the stock's history on the market not being a particularly fantastic one, as you can see. But this looks like a serious turnaround here at last. Great Western Mining is next on the podium, and again, not a stock which has had a great time of it on the market, but it does look as though we've got a very extended base for the shares. Stock actually also popped through the 200-day line, falling 200-day moving average without the need for a retest, and we've gapped up higher today. Probably just needs end of day or at weekly close above 0.6, the major resistance since last October, to open up the possibility of a return to a penny. Stop loss at this stage probably doesn't need to be any lower than 0.45 pence, which is the recent floor for the shares, or just below that. Going on to the next contender, which is Red Neuron, and here we've got a situation where stock obviously had that massive rise from March, April, came back, which retraced, I suppose, near on half of that move, and is now ready to bounce again. We pushed through the 50-day moving average today, which is always significant, hence the inclusion in the Bulletin Board Heroes today, 262. Might just need to see a push through that resistance line from April, normally at 275, just to make sure that we're back on our way. But it's an inverted head and shoulders formation here for June and July, so we look pretty safe on that front. 248, the neckline there, so above 248. Big target here as high as £4.50 once we clear, and assuming we do clear that resistance line from April. Going on to a favourite for some at the moment, and that's Union Jack Oil. Here you can see that stock turned nicely through the 200-day moving average even before its big announcement for some surprising reason, and we've pushed higher ever since. We've got the 50-day moving average at 0.15, and that should hopefully not be hit. We had a golden cross as well between the 50-day and 200-day moving averages last month. Currently, the stock, one could say, is in a rising trend channel from February, top of the channel at 0.32, so above the 0.15 area. We should head to 2.3 pence plus over the next month or so. More obscure situation here in the form of Two Shields Investments. Beautiful gap through the 50-day moving average. I wish I was doing the Bulletin Board Heroes at that time, but beautiful gap through the 50-day moving average last month. Near vertical move since then. The only issue now really is how far the stock may retrace. I suppose back to 0.117, which was the June high, would be the favoured destination. So above 0.17, the target here could be as high as 0.35 again, which was where we were last June for the shares, just going into a sort of golden cross between the 50 and 200-day moving averages as well at the moment, as you can see there. Finishing off with stock which also have made a bit of a splash earlier in the year. Looks like it might do the same again. U Group. Here we had the vertical move in May on FCA relief, the fact that they were given the all clear, and now we're through the 200-day moving average at 187. While above the 200-day line, looks like a retest of £3 area should be relatively easy. Only back below the 50-day moving average at 161, really questioning the recovery argument, because as you can see, the trend line there was broken actually around the 160, 170 area at the beginning of this month. That's it from me. More updates at the same time tomorrow.